Join us this week as we explore the beautiful country of Montenegro and show you some of our favourite spots that we found both land and sea.
Well, we've left the coastline and we're now gone inland of Bar a little bit, which is good because there's not bars everywhere. We've come to a place called Skadar Lake, which is this huge inland lake area. It's beautiful. Obviously, there's old buildings and forts and other bits and pieces, and a lovely, huge lake.
Beautiful lake. It's hard to appreciate just how big Lake Skadar is until you're standing here. In the wetter months, it can cover around 530 square kilometres. That's about the size of Singapore. The lake is shared between Montenegro and Albania, and most of it sits in Montenegro. It's famous for its incredible wildlife, including the rare Dalmatian pelican that we didn't get to see today. So they do a lot of boat tours here, but since we live on a boat, I guess we're not going to do the boat tour today. So
yeah, we're less inclined. We've hired a car to come inland here, so we're more keen on just exploring the region, which is what we like to do when we come to new places, and to just see a little bit about what it's about.
Yeah, so stick with us today and we'll show you a little bit about Montenegro. I have to show you this because this is the most magnificent wine store that I've ever seen. Built into the side of this mountain is this beautiful little wine store. I mean, have a look at the carving on this door. It is really pretty cool. The hills surrounding Lake Skadar produce some of Montenegro's finest wines. The warm Mediterranean climate, cool nights, and mineral-rich soils create the ideal growing conditions for grapes. Winemaking here dates back over 2,000 years, and today Montenegro is home to one of Europe's largest single vineyards. Sadly for us today, no time to taste wines, as we jump back in the car and head off for more exploration. So we're just finding somewhere for lunch, and this I think is going to be our little lunch stop. So this is where we've stopped for lunch. A pretty spectacular view of the winding river. It goes all the way down here. And this is the lake, an offshoot of the lake where we came in this morning. So you can see there's a couple of boats coming down this offshoot. But it's just magnificent how it winds through the hills there. And yeah, we're going to stop here for lunch at this beautiful little hotel. Well, for us at lunch in Montenegro, I have a beef salad, and Scotty, you have...
That's pork with cheese. Pork with prosciutto and cheese.
Looks yummy.
Some crusty bread.
Crusty bread? So we've just had lunch over this beautiful view down the valley.
We have to try not to die.
Now we're going to, we've picked the road that is the windiest road in the world. So let's see how we go. And it is two ways, so just be careful going around.
Not for the faint of heart.
Just stopped down at a beach just to have a look, and it is packed. So hot at the moment, about 33 degrees, 34 degrees, but that sun is blazing. As you can see, there's sunbeds and cabanas the whole way down the beach. Jaz Beach stretches around 1.2 kilometres and is one of Montenegro's largest beaches. It has hosted huge international concerts by artists including the Rolling Stones and Madonna. The crystal clear Adriatic waters make it for a popular swimming and water sports spot. So day 2 of our inland adventures in Montenegro.
I don't know how you find these crazy roads that we go onto. We're going from a major town to a major tourist destination, and we're up the middle of a cliff alongside this jungle on a one-way road that has two-way traffic on it. It's like exciting, sure, but is this the highway?
I've set Google to adventurous. So take me on the most adventurous route. So I don't know how we got off the highway, but anyway, Google is still telling me to go this way. So this is the way we're going. But this seems to be our everyday occurrence. Every time we hire a car, a motorcycle, a scooter, we tend to find the off the beaten path. So
no, we're doing a river crossing.
Not doing a river crossing, it's a little bit of water. Anyway, stick with us. We'll show you more of our adventures today as Scott and Sandy continue their inland adventures in Montenegro.
Scott and Sandy's adventure.
So I've made it to the top, and we've just come into this spectacular view over the bays.
Can't see.
But yeah, it's a little bit cloudy, unfortunately. So there's a storm coming in, which is why we're doing some land exploration today. But yeah, pretty spectacular in any case. So exciting, we get to go on the gondola now.
Yeah.
This is our little car. As we have driven our car up to the summit, we rode the cable car down towards the bay, giving us spectacular views for the entire journey. The cable car climbs over 1,300 metres in elevation in just 11 minutes and connects the mountain with the Bay of Kotor below. From the cabins you had an incredible view of the tiny villages, the winding coastline and the bay that has made Montenegro so famous. At the bottom, we took a bus to Kotor Old Town, a UNESCO World Heritage Site that has been welcoming traders, sailors and travellers for thousands of years. The old town is enclosed by an impressive medieval walls that climbs high into the mountains behind the city. So on the way home we decided that instead of just going straight to the freeway, we would go the alternative way. And yes, we are in the woods again.
But it's quicker. It's a shortcut.
Maybe.
If we don't total the car. If we live. Well, we're standing here in Carlin, which is the old fortress. I think the Venetians built it, but everyone who's been here has had a go at adding to it. The thing I love about Montenegro so far, apart from Greece and Turkey, they actually use their forts and the ruins. So got a concert on, obviously, tonight, and they do films here and other bits and pieces as well, which is really exciting. Can see Sea Moon tucked away. I'm not sure if you'll be able to get that, but that's Mooney. We're tucked away out there. It's very windy today, so we're just doing a bit of land exploring. We're going to have a gorgeous lunch very shortly. So, and that is the rest of Kotor Bay, that direction. So we'll head off there tomorrow, I think, and explore a little bit deeper. What do you reckon, Sandy?
Oh, I think I can't wait for a nice cold drink because we've been out walking for about an hour or so and it's hot again today, even though it's a bit windy.
Be a beer today, I reckon.
A beer today.
Maybe a glass of wine.
So we're just going to go down here to the old town and explore in here, and we'll go and try and find some food down there.
Sounds like a plan.
This fortress and town was built by the Ottomans in the mid-1500s after they captured Herceg Novi. Sitting around 85 metres above sea level, it was perfectly positioned to defend the entrance of the Bay of Kotor. and to keep watch for approaching ships. Over the centuries, the fortress was expanded and modified by the Venetians and later the Hungarians, with each level making their own mark on the architecture. Some of the most fascinating parts of this former town was where prisoners have carved their names, dates and crosses, and even detailed drawings of ships into stone walls. Some of these carvings can still be seen today, but we couldn't find them. Thankfully, today, Carlin is a much happier place to be. And of course, we managed to sneak in a cheeky lunch of seafood and a couple of cold beers before we raced to the dinghy to go exploring again. Wow, just another reason why I love Darkside. She has taken us from across the bay over there and brought us all the way over here to a submarine cave. So I guess these are just the local kids having fun here. But yeah, let's go and have a look what a submarine cave looks like. One of the most unexpected and exciting sights in the Bay of Kotor is the network of secret submarine tunnels carved directly into the mountainside. These tunnels were constructed during the Cold War by former Yugoslavia. Their purpose was to hide and protect naval vessels from aerial attacks, allowing them to disappear completely inside the mountain if the war ever broke out. From the water, the entrances look like ordinary caves, making them incredibly difficult to spot from the air. Some tunnels were even fitted with camouflage and military infrastructure to conceal their true purpose. Although they're commonly called submarine tunnels, several of these tunnels around the Bay of Kotor were actually built to shelter fast patrol boats and missile boats, while true submarine facilities were more common elsewhere along the former Yugoslavian Adriatic coast. Today the tunnels are abandoned, but they're a fascinating reminder of Montenegro's role in the former Yugoslavian Navy. Many sailors now motor carefully inside, just like we did, to experience the eerie silence and imagine what this place would have looked like when the military vessels were hidden deep within the mountain. In our case, sailing alongside these, being able to take Darkside in, was just hard to believe. Somewhere so peaceful today was once a top secret military installation built for the tensions of the Cold War. We remind ourselves every day just how lucky we are to experience this in our own vessel. Moving around the bay, we found our friends Lee and Nick on Dancer. We decided that we would go for a little dinghy ride to one of the most unique places in the Bay of Kotor, which is called Our Lady of the Rocks. It is an island that wasn't created by nature, but by people. According to local legend, in 1452, two fishermen discovered the icon of the Virgin Mary and baby Jesus resting on a small rock in the bay. Believed to be a miracle, they vowed to build a church on the site. Over the next 2 centuries, sailors returning safely from sea would add rocks around the reef. Every successful voyage. Some even scuttled old ships, filling them with stones to help create the island. Little by little, the tiny reef grew into the artificial island we see today. The church that stands here today was completed in 1630 and is filled with beautiful paintings and artefacts. On the 22nd of July every year, the locals take part in a century-old event where decorated boats carries rocks to the island, helping preserve its foundations for future generations. Next stop was the charming town of Perast, once known as the most picturesque villages in Montenegro. During the 17th and 18th century, it prospered under Venetian rules, with many of its wealthy sea captains building elegant stone palaces that still lined the waterfront. Perast was famous for producing some of the finest sailors in the region. In fact, the Russian Tsar Peter the Great is said to have sent his naval officers here to learn the art of navigation from Perast's experienced captains. During our afternoon walk, we found a little monastery and church built in 1679 by a French family who fell in love with Perast and wanted to give back to the community. Today it is beautifully maintained and continues to be one of Perast's hidden treasures.
Well, it's the last night here in Montenegro. We're all getting ready to check out tomorrow. Sandy, what's been your impressions of Montenegro?
It's a stunningly beautiful place. We've had some really good weather. Caught up with some amazing friends that we haven't seen for quite some time.
It's amazing. This is an Aussie, New Zealand, anyone who lives outside of the Schengen area. It's their little refuge here. So everyone comes to Montenegro because there's no visa issue restrictions here like there is in the rest of Europe. So there's a lot of Aussies here, a lot of Kiwis, probably Americans, Canadians, otherwise, Yeah,
so it's been a really lovely few days here. I mean, it's only been a week since we arrived, not even. So, but we're ready to go. We're ready to go up to Croatia and start to explore there.
Yeah, I think a week was enough. It's not very big here, and even though there's some great anchorages and on the outside of this major Bay of Kotor where we are, we're going to Croatia, so we're going to get better bays, better islands, just a little bit north. How big is the passage north, babe?
About 30 miles?
Yeah, 35 miles probably to the check-in river part where we're going. So
into Dubrovnik?
Probably, 6-7 hours, maybe, around that vicinity. So if we go check out nice and early tomorrow, hopefully we'll be there by early to mid-afternoon tomorrow.
Yep, so we're excited. Another country, so let's...
We used to say another stamp in the passport, but nowadays it's all electronic. So we have other flags that come up on our other apps to say we've been to another country. So, but it's so beautiful. It is beautiful here. I'm sure it's going to be beautiful and amazing in every place we go up the Adriatic.
Yeah, so it has been a really lovely week here. Obviously travelling by land and by sea. So we've done a bit of everything. So that's been nice, a little bit of a taster. And we can always come back here as well on our way back down south. So it's just been nice just to have a little rest and say hello to a few friends and meet some new friends as well along the way.
Absolutely.
So bye for now.
See you later, Montenegro.
Thanks for joining.